Why does your skin turn into a miniature mountain range every time you get cold or hear a song that gives you chills? Those tiny bumps are your body's ancient alarm system, called piloerection, left over from when our ancestors looked like fluffy, startled porcupines.
Aha, Doodles.
Meet the arrector pili, tiny muscles, each smaller than a sesame seed, that yank your hairs upright like a 3 a.m. fire drill. Those arrector pili fire off faster than a tick-toker hitting like. In under 0.2 seconds, your brain floods them with norepinephrine, nature's original jump scare hormone. That muscle pulls the hair follicle upright, creating the little mound you see. This same muscle, smaller than a grain of rice, once fluffed up our ancestors' fur like a pufferfish at a beach party, trapping air for instant insulation. But for furry animals, this reflex still has real jobs. A porcupine's quills bristle up in an instant. It looks bigger, spikier, far more intimidating. That's the defense function. For a sea otter, it's insulation. Air gets trapped between the erect hairs, keeping its skin warm. Two jobs: look scary or stay cozy. Now, what about humans? We have the reflex, but not the fur. Turns out those mini muscle spasms, called arrector pili, were first sketched in 1665 by Dutch microscope whiz Jan Swammerdam, who basically said, hey, these tiny tug-of-wars are cooler than my neighbor's windmill. Biologists call it a vestigial reflex, like the tiny muscles that try to perk our ears, or the twitch before sleep, the hypnic jerk. They had a purpose once. Now they're just echoes. Back in 1853, French anatomist Émile Cousse spotted these microscopic muscles, each one shorter than a grain of rice, contracting like overcaffeinated cheerleaders. That same reflex fires when a song gives you chills, or when you're scared stiff in a horror movie, even when you're so moved by a sunset you could cry. It's all the same system, the sympathetic nervous system, the part of you that screams fight or flight when danger's near. But here's the thing. Your brain can't tell the difference between a tiger and a power ballad, so it flips the switch anyway. That ancient alarm system. It's so jumpy it once mistook a 1989 Milli Vanilli lip-sync scandal for a saber-tooth ambush. Goosebumps erupted in row 12 of the Tacoma Dome. You're standing in a concert hall, heart pounding, as the music swells to a crescendo. Suddenly, tiny bumps rise on your arms. Not from cold, not from fear, from awe. Your brain just hit play on the same ancient playlist. Only now the DJ is Beethoven, not a blizzard. Scientists call these frissons, French for shiver. A full-body tingle from beauty, not frost. And here's the wild part. No one's totally sure why it happens. But your brain's got a theory. It just knows something big is happening, so it flips the switch same as always. Maybe it's your body's way of saying, pay attention. This matters, even if the only thing attacking you is a perfect high note. That reflex zips along at 200 mph, faster than a Tesla on ludicrous mode, courtesy of your body's built-in emergency broadcast system. Turns out, Charles Darwin clocked this goosebump gig back in 1872. He called it the horripilation reflex, which sounds like a villain move from a 90s cartoon. But here's the real head-scratcher. Why did humans even keep this reflex? Our ancestors had way more body hair. Those bumps made them look bigger, like a porcupine fluffing up. Those follicles rocket upward thanks to a microscopic muscle called the arrector pili, tiny biceps hiding under every single hair, ready to flex like a bodybuilder at a beach party. That speedster flex. University of California dermatologists filmed it in ultra slow-mo. Each tiny muscle fires like a mini catapult launching confetti at a surprise party. See someone you love. Bumps. Hear a powerful speech. Bumps. Your brain's just repurposing an old tool. Either way, your body's keeping the past alive, one tiny bump at a time. In fact, Charles Darwin wrote in The Expression of the Emotions in Man and Animals that even chimps get them when they are spooked. So you're basically sharing a chill with your hairy cousins. But here's the twist. Goosebumps don't just show up for cold or fear. Play your favorite song and suddenly, bam, your skin turns into a tiny mountain range. Turns out, about half of us get these musical goosebumps And no, it's not random. Brain scans show people who get frisson have more fibers connecting their auditory cortex to their emotional hub. Basically, their brains are wired to turn sound into feels, hard. So next time your skin prickles at a song, that's evolution's old alarm system repurposed for art. Meet the arrector pili. Each muscle is thinner than a spaghetti strand, yet strong enough to lift a hair in under a second. Every time your hairs stand up, you're firing the exact same muscles a woolly mammoth used to fluff its coat. Those arrector pili muscles, they are the last working part of a system that once kept us warm, scared off predators, and made us look twice as big. In 2018, scientists found that goosebumps can also signal awe, like when your favorite band drops a surprise album. So next time you get chills during a movie or a cold breeze, that's not just a reflex. It's your body's way of saying, hey, remember when this actually mattered. And in 1924, Harvard physiologist Walter Cannon clocked those bumps appearing in under 2 seconds, faster than you can say, wait, why do I look like a plucked turkey? Turns out, Charles Darwin documented the same shiv response in chimps. So those bumps are basically a family heirloom from our tree-swinging cousins.